Welcome to the 2023 virtual conference. We're so excited that you're stopping by to see us. We try to make this conference a lot more inclusive for you all, so you can view it at your whenever you have some free time, because I know all of us are so busy. And so we wanted to make sure just to go ahead and put all the recordings out there for you guys to review and to listen into to help support your journey with taking care of a loved one with Angelman syndrome. So we really, really hope you love all of the speakers we have lined up for you. They will be out there forever, so feel free to use them, share them, go back to them, whatever you would like. That we do this every year in between our family conference year. Since we only have a family conference every other year, we want to make sure to keep you up to date on all the latest and greatest of Angelman syndrome. I also want to just tell everyone thank you so much. It has been an unbelievable, wonderful year for us at the Angelman Syndrome Foundation, and it's because of you and all the support and all the love that you give us and all the trust you give us to really, really create programming, to create medical support and research to support your loved one and yourself on this journey. And so thank you. So I just wanted to share a few things with you, just because it's important for us to keep you up to date on one, how we're spending your donations, what we're thinking about, what we're doing. And at all times, your feedback and what you tell us is the most important thing for us, because we are serving you and you're our community. So I wanted to just give you an update on the things that we've been able to accomplish in the past year or so because of you and your support. So let me share my screen here. Like I said, let's celebrate. Super happy and super thankful for all that you've been able to help us accomplish in this past year. Sorry, my screen seems to be going slow. Here we go. Love technology. Okay, so let's start off by talking about just some amazing milestones that we have been able to accomplish specifically in 2022, and I'll talk a little bit about what we've done in 2023. But we're really excited. We have launched our Ladder Learning Network, which is a network of clinics across the world whose goal is to really focus on the medical care and the clinical care of our loved ones with Angelman syndrome. Another focus on them is to really be prepared to be able to host clinical trials. And we're very, very happy to see that most of our clinics are ready to go in hosting clinical trials, and some of them are already hosting them now. There are currently 3 different trials here in the U.S. that were happening in our clinics and going well. So are going to continue to work really hard to prepare our clinics, as we know more clinical trials will be coming down the pipeline. We've opened 4 new ASF clinics this past year. We're in line to open many more, which we'll talk about later. We've also funded 7 different research proposals in 2022, and we just funded 4 more recently. And so we're really excited about the work that we've been able to do to really help push research forward, understand and learn more about what Angelman syndrome is, and also help us to get to that finish line of finding a therapeutic treatment to improve the quality of life of our loved ones. We also established the Jacob Pritzker Fellowship Program in loving memory of our amazing friend and current past parent, Fred Pritzker. And so he was really passionate about clinical care and sustaining the clinical care network. And so now we're able to basically fund fellows in our clinics to really start building up and developing those young clinicians to help contain and sustain the pipeline of doctors who are working to better the lives of our loved ones with Angelman syndrome. We've also hosted the biggest family conference ever. It was so amazing. I'm still on a high over 1,000 attendees, 50 speakers, 245 industry members, clinicians, you name it. We all got together in Texas, and it was just a lovely event, and I cannot wait to do it again in 2024. We also launched the ASF podcast. We're in season 2. So if you didn't know that, make sure you jump on to your Apple Store, Spotify, wherever to be able to tune in and listen to season 1 and get caught up with season 2. We also really started working on our strategic partnerships because collaboration is incredibly important to us here at the Angelman Syndrome Foundation. So we established a really crucial partnership with Ambient Care to provide free genetic testing to anyone who needs it. We know that sometimes the diagnostic journey can be such a struggle. And so now anyone who is wanting to do a genetic test can do so through Ambient Care. We also started a partnership with the PAN Foundation that we can start investing in access to medications as they come down the pipeline. We know that it's possible that these drugs are going to be expensive. We know that even current drugs can often be expensive for our families. So with this partnership, we'll be able to start building a fund for our families through the PAN Foundation to be able to access these medications in term. We also have worked with many different other organizations across the globe. We recently came into a partnership with the Canadian Angelman Syndrome Society, who is now ASF Canada, and we're working on other partnerships across the world so we can support each other and build each other up and collaborate as we're serving one community. We have also helped close to 135 and now even more. I think it's now 235 since 2022 with the Family Fund dollars. We've been able to do everything from playgrounds, AAC devices, bikes, beds, you name it. This is my favorite program at the foundation, and so thankful that we are able to do this because amazing donors like you. And we just completed an amazing walk where right now we're about $1.2 million to fund our projects here at the foundation. It's because of walkers, fundraisers, walk coordinators, all of you that we've been able to make that happen. And so just some other things, one thing that I want to highlight is and remind people is that we still have this amazing counseling program. Since we started this in 2019, we've been able to provide over 759 free counseling sessions for AS families. This is so important to us, and we will continue to do this moving forward. So if you want to learn more about this, go to our website, look under counseling services, please take advantage of this amazing program. We also still have our Family Champion program. We have 54 generous family volunteers across the United States that are there to support you in your community. So just a little bit about the research that we've been able to fund. As you can see, that number's changed a little bit, obviously, because this is a 2022 annual report, but we've funded close to $15 million since we were established in 1996. We've this year funded 7 new research projects. The clinical studies that we have funded in total are 45, and we funded 79 total research projects that are in the translational applied studies bucket since we started. So as you can see, this year in 2022, we funded things around adapting the parent and infant intervention to help families as they're getting diagnosed to start that journey. We've funded 2 projects around the gut and understanding more about the gut and how it impacts our loved ones. We also are still working very closely with the UNC team to do some deep phenotyping on infants with Angelman syndrome to enable early treatment. So just learning more about what that looks like early on. We're also just funded with the UNC team as well, understanding skilled motor impairments in Angelman syndrome. And then we're also working with Dr. Butler at UTSW for possible ASO treatments to better understand just kind of the understanding and hopefully find different avenues for different possible treatments. And we're also working with Ipe at Erasmus, who is looking at the ASO and how it impacts the genotype of UPD. So really quickly, we have 4 new clinics that we brought on this year. We have 25 total. We've launched our ladder database, which is kind of the brain of data that takes different data points from all over the place and brings them together. It focuses on clinical data. So if you have attended at any point ever an Angelman clinic, we encourage you to go and enroll and consent to letting us to sharing your data so we can use that data to help us understand Angelman more, as well as provide data to industry who are looking to treat this. We also established our centers of excellence, which we're really proud of. As you can see in this map, Those current locations are in orange, and then possible 2023 locations are in pink. So once again, families have made such an impact. As you can see with the walk this year, in 2022, we raised close to 1.6 million. We're getting there for 2023. You guys are so amazing and so wonderful. We're just so thankful for all you do. From our Cure Club members who are donating on a monthly basis, to those who are running the Chicago Marathon, who are doing grassroots fundraising, all of the above has helped us be able to reach these goals and to serve you as a community. And we are so thankful for it, and we hope that you will continue to do so. Just to be transparent and all as well, as you can see, this is kind of where our money goes. You see the pink is our general operating, so that's our staffing, that's that's the work that we do to keep these programs up and going. The fundraising part is the blue, and the fundraising part mostly is kind of attributes to the walk. So the walk cost us money to put on, obviously, and so that's the amount that you see there. But the big purple bar is all of the programs, services, research, clinics that we're providing for our families. And as you can see also down here at the bottom here, you can see a trend of where we've spent our money. And as you can see, the money has been increasing over the past 2 or 3 years because of amazing people like yourselves who have been able to donate and support our initiatives. So a couple things for your eyes only. Just a reminder, we have a great new program called Unite Us. This is a referral program where you can submit a need. I need dental, I need ABA, I need help paying my gas bill, I need help with food, whatever it may be, we can connect you to resources within your own town. So all you have to do is go online to our website, go to Unite Us, fill out a referral, and we'll take it from there. It's an amazing program. Also, just a heads up, possible clinic sites that we're looking at: Cincinnati, we'll be starting a clinic at Children's Hospital of Pennsylvania very soon. We've been working to try to find Utah, Seattle, Arizona. We're still working on some of these areas that have a gap of service, so stay tuned to learn more. We've also pulled together an adult service work group of our clinicians who are going to create a specific standard of care for our adults living with Angelman syndrome. We know that they're experiencing some of the same symptoms, but some that are different. And we want to make sure that our clinicians look at this and find the best ways to treat as we move forward. We're also finalizing our service provider training. This will be an online training that you can give to respite workers, babysitters, whoever it may be, to understand and learn more about Angelman syndrome and working with those with Angelman syndrome. And then our Stepping Up with AAC is a web-based AAC program that was completely made for those living with Angelman syndrome. We'll be launching any day now, so stay tuned. We're going to continue to support research and clinical trial readiness initiatives. Our strategic plan, our new strategic plan, will be launched at the end of the year. So stay tuned, because we will host another webinar to talk about what our goals are going to be in the next 3 years. And these are heavily created by the feedback we received from our surveys. We're also working on possible virtual clinics. And then one more thing, don't forget, 2024 is when we will be back together at the family conference. We'll be at the Kalahari Resort in Sandusky, Ohio, July 23rd through 26th. Scholarships will be available, so keep your eyes open for those, probably starting in January. And we cannot wait for us to come together. I want to end with one more request before you jump into all the webinars. Right now, you have a great opportunity to help us raise some funds for the Angelman Syndrome Foundation simply by giving feedback on your phone. All you have to do is text ASF to 90412 and take it from there. Every piece of feedback that you give gets us closer to the 30,000 goal with 100x our partner. We have till August 1st to give as much feedback as possible to get to that goal. So take some time, share this with your friends, pass it along, and let's see if we can get to that $30,000 goal. Thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your journey and support you all. I'm always here to listen, always here to support. So please let me know what we can do to help you on your journey. Enjoy the virtual conference, and we'll see you soon.